Hi there! Need to raise money but you're tired of selling popcorn, wrapping paper, and candy? The Samaritan Card is a wallet-sized discount card which can be used at more than 100,000 popular retailers. You sell the Samaritan Card to raise money, fast. It's easy. When they make a donation, they save money instead of spend money. The next time you need to raise money, sell the Samaritan Card and watch your donors smile.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Life in Student Ministry video post. My name is Tim Schmoyer and hanging out with Brian Ford. And,
hey everybody.
I'm on vacation kinda, but we decided to meet up. He's one of the youth ministry mentors at studentministry.org/mentors. And so been working with a couple of guys in youth ministry for 2 years or less. By the way, you need to go check that out, especially if you're going to be at the Simply Conference. Because Brian's going to be there, I'm going to be there. We're doing some one-on-one time with some of you newer youth workers, so check that out. It'll be an awesome opportunity. Brian is kind of a camp director here in Pennsylvania, and he runs the TIMS program. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, TIMS is based out of the Christian Retreat Center, and TIMS is short for Teens in Missionary Service. It's a
not short for TIMS.
Yeah, no, yeah, but it's a short-term missions-based camp, for youth groups to come out in the summer and gives them an opportunity to serve for a week just within our own community, meeting the physical and spiritual needs of just families within the area.
So Tim's, or you're not Tim, I'm Tim. Brian's been doing this for a couple of years now, and Brian, what are some of the advantages that you've seen, kind of the things that have come out of seeing teenagers? We're at Cracker Barrel, and there's somebody's birthday.
A birthday party going on.
That's sweet. Okay.
It just makes your videos of this time a little more interesting.
Totally raw and authentic. After that brief intermission, what are some of the positive benefits that you've seen come out of youth groups who go and intentionally serve, not just through the consumerism, like let's go have a good time, lots of hoopla with bands and fun, but this time we're going to think outside ourselves and give of ourselves. What do you see come out of those groups?
The greatest advantage, whether you're serving at TIMS or going wherever you do a service project, doesn't matter where we go. I mean, the greatest benefits is the spiritual blessings that the teens, the students, and the leaders themselves get from the time that they put into it. A lot of times we think it's just about the work and, let's go and build this house or build this deck or something. Yeah. But it's also sharing their faith. But we've had students leave the TIMS program spiritually stronger themselves, because God has used that time to really work in their own hearts. I've even had adult leaders come up to me at the end of the week and say, hey Brian, you know what, God's impacted my life from being here because these people showed me something. God used these people to show me something about my own faith.
Yeah, and I think one of the things I've seen too is you think, we want to give the kids a good time, make it like an outreach oriented. So outreach usually equals something big and fun, unfortunately. But and so then you ask the kids, how was it? It was fun. But when they come back after an opportunity of serving, thinking about someone other than themselves, then they're like, man, it was amazing. They come back life changed. And it kind of makes sense because that's what Scripture...
I think sometimes the biggest mistake we think about when we're trying to plan some sort of a mission trip or short-term missions or work project is we've got to entertain them somehow. Yeah. And if we really look at it, I mean, when Jesus served and his disciples, they didn't give them any sort of entertainment. They just was meeting the needs of people. And to be really honest, I've had teenagers contact me afterwards, and we don't offer a whole lot of entertainment. They have a blast, they have a lot of fun, we have tons of activities, but at the end of the week, they're saying, hey, we had a great time. And what were they doing? They were just serving and meeting the needs of people, and they really had a blast from it.
And you can attract people, like teens, to... an outreach doesn't necessarily have to be lots of fun. In fact, most unbelievers really see a lot of value in serving and giving of themselves. And when they actually start practicing it, the old saying, what you win kids with is what you win them to. Yeah. So if you win them with lots of fun and stuff, and then that's all what they think, that's their perception of Christianity, is here to serve me, make me feel good, and be a fun time for me, they totally miss the whole point of what the Christian...
I remember last year we had one girl who she does a lot of baking and stuff within her church. They do the women get together and bake and do stuff for the church, and she loves to bake. But she went to the one house that she was serving in, and the widow, she was in there by herself, and she helped her bake and cook lunch for the rest of the students. And she said she absolutely enjoyed that. It was, even though she's used to serving in the church and cooking in the church, doing it outside of the church for somebody else was just an absolute blast for her, and she just loved it. Matter of fact, the next day when they went back to the job site, she did it again. So
cool. Well, I remember for myself growing up, the things that are like the biggest highlights for me that I remember my spiritual walk with Christ and growth are not the concerts that I went to. It wasn't like when our whole group went to like an amusement park. It was, or even a baseball, football game. The things that are life-changing for me that I remember most were the times when I finally thought outside myself and we would go serve other people, whether that was something simple like doing something in a nursing home outside of Christmas, or if it was going cross-cultural overseas, so even doing stuff locally is awesome. So
and the goal too that I hope and pray for, at least for the Tim's program, what we're doing is that, hey, this is not just something, let's just plan this for the summer for 1 week. That this is something that they take back with them as leaders and students and go, hey, we need to be doing this more often throughout the year. Sometimes we get this idea that, we have to do some type of service project, so let's just pick that one day or that 1 week of the year. And it's like, no, that's not what Jesus has asked us to do. And so that's our hope that they do. They leave from it saying, hey, we can do this anytime.
So for the youth worker who's got a youth group and it's like, where do I even start to find opportunities? There's nothing like that in our town. There's no homeless people. There's no, like, how could we serve? You do this as a job, finding these type of, how could a youth worker find some opportunities for his youth group to serve, or her youth group?
I mean, there's other work camp programs out there other than Tim's. I mean, there's Reach work camps. A group does some excellent ones. There's plenty of them that are out there, and you can easily Google them. But you can even just do something on your own, within your own
How
community.
would you find those opportunities in your own community?
Basically, how we find the people that have a need in what we do is we have local churches are getting together, and they're literally calling me up and saying, hey, Brian, this family is in need. It starts with building a relationship in your community. You've got to get to know who in your community is out there. You've got to build those relationships with them, and you got to find a need. You have to go out there and search for it. You just can't sit and wait for it to come to you.
Yeah. So are there places where you could go and you can, like, call up maybe
your local homeless shelters, food shelters will help you out. I know around here we've got some food shelters that will help us out and get us some leads as well. Contact your local food shelters, homeless shelters. They'll get you in contact with people in need. Even other churches might have some leads as well besides your own.
We're just asking around, because sometimes the people with the greatest need in your church and your communities are not the ones who are going to the homeless shelters or the food banks. They're the ones who nobody knows they're even having an issue. So maybe talking to other pastors on staff of your church and your community, just keeping ears and eyes open, asking. Like, I had another church contact me from our community saying, hey, we're just going to get Christmas presents this year to people who need them. Do you know of anybody that's in need of? And I know a couple people who are without an income right now. So it's a little bit of work and some calling around. I think
the biggest thing is we just need to keep our eyes and our ears open and our hearts open, and we'll see the need. It's out there. It is out there.
Cool. So Brian, where would they get in touch with you if they want to find you?
If they want to get in touch with us with Tim's, it would be crctims.org. That's crctims.org. You can find out everything about our camp as well as our Tim's program.
And Twitter is YP Brian Ford.
Yes, right? YP Brian Ford is Twitter.
Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with us again for another Life in Student Ministry video post, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.
See you guys.